Hi, my name's Don. Welcome back to Project Urtle. In this episode we're going to be making the cabinets for inside the camper. The material I'm making the cupboards from is called Duralite. It's a proprietary brand made in New Zealand. And it's predominantly foam. There is a thin paper laminate on top of light weight 3mm ply, which is sandwiched to about a 15mm thick styrofoam core, and then the same on the other side. So effectively pictures of wood on plastic. Then there is a plastic moulding strip that is backed with a hot melt adhesive, which you then iron onto the edge of your panel. The strip, as I said, is colour matched and is a little bit wider than the panel itself, and so lining it up isn't terribly critical. I use a domestic iron to put it on and basically hold the iron on moderate heat and start counting. And I forget now how long I count for, but it's something like about 20 seconds before the glue is soft enough to really adhere properly. And in a long strip, other than what I'm doing here now, at about that 20-second interval, I will start moving the iron forward along the strip. Once having allowed the system to cool and the adhesive to set, I'm just using a little block plane to plane off the excess cover strip, and provided the block plane is sharp, that's really easy to do. Once I've got the majority of the excess trimmed off with the block plane, I then attack it with a rasp and then finish off with sandpaper. Okay, so the first cupboard is being built and in. It's the one holding the fridge. I'll give you another look from another angle. Okay, so fridge is in, the cupboard below it is in. Now I've got to deal with this. This is the water tank. It goes under the floor of the dinette, and you can see I fitted some angle supports for this floor, and that's what I'm working on at the moment. So this little corner is going to be quite complex. I've got to be able to get access to that pump down in the corner for maintenance. You can see the tank is plumbed in with a filler point on the outside. There's a level sensor there, and I've been able to start the first cabinet here, the one that'll take the stove, and that's now defined that area. I'll show you that. That mess of wires down there is the area where the electrical cabinet's going to go, and the batteries are going to sit over this far end of the water tank. And here you can see the first wall of the stove cabinet, and now that's defined basically all the area for this floor, so I'm working on that now.
So here's what I prepared earlier. It's a piece of 12mm plywood. The cutout here in the foreground is for access to the water pump, as I described before, and that'll just be a lift out panel, provide easy access. It's going to be 2 layers down inside the cupboard, but that's okay, I'll be able to reach. Okay, because I'm only using 12mm plywood here, it's a little bit flexible, and this area here is going to be the footwell in the dynamite, and I'd like it a little bit stiffer. It's plenty strong enough, it's just flexing is a little disconcerting. So I'm just adding some 20mm aluminium angle to this area, and that'll be glued and screwed to the bottom of the floor. Stiffen it up quite nicely. Okay, so let's see if it fits. Lovely. Good. Okay, this is the other side wall of the stove cabinet, and the box poking out on the inside there is to protect the instrument panel that is on the other side, and it will also support the drawer runners for a couple of drawers in the top here. So that's the inside of the instrument panel cubby hole.
Normally, if you're adding drawer slides to a kitchen cupboard made of MDF or particle board, melamine, etc., you would not glue them on as I am, but because this Duralite panel is quite soft and a little weaker than I would have liked, as well as screwing, I'm adding a little bit of terracin adhesive to the back of it, and this will make sure that it doesn't come off. So here's a quick look at the finished cabinets. They've come up really quite good, I think, and they give a kind of finished professional look to the interior, I believe. Now that the cupboards are in place, I've finally defined exactly what is floor space, and so it's time to put down some flooring. In this case it's pictures of wood again, a vinyl, self-adhesive vinyl planks, and they're pretty easy to put down. There's only about half an hour's work to do this, and the effect is quite good. So just a quick look around at this episode's efforts, and we'll call it a day. I think it turned out really rather well.